Hello guys, it is BigJead and the footies grind is basically here. SBCs are changing for the better, where we can actually create cards we want for free or for really cheap. On top of that, we've got, of course, the Summer Stars promo dropping today. We've got loads of pack saves. And on top of that, we have got the official confirmed FC 27 release dates. So let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. So I hope you are having a fantastic week. Now, I didn't upload yesterday. It was not for the England-Argentina game. However, I am still pretty sad. It was because, sadly, I do full-time work, so I couldn't upload yesterday. My apologies. But England-Argentina, what is everyone's thoughts? Was it deserved, or did England get robbed by Thomas Tuchel playing handball tactics? Honestly, man, what a depressing game to watch. We'll do predictions. Still no one's got a single one right with the goal scorers. We'll do predictions for FIFA points again for the World Cup final. Get the official score and the goal scorers, and we'll give you guys some FIFA points. No one's got it right for any of the games. We're going to go straight into SBCs because, as I just said, the main bit is that SBCs are changing massively for the better. And it changes what I want to do with my footies tokens. So if you're going to take the Perfect 10 Evo, you might be reconsidering based on the content we've got coming out. But also, you've now got to use your fodder on the tokens, and you also want to save fodder for what's coming out. Bit of a mind mess, but we'll talk about it. Now, first of all, Kimmich does expire at content today, just in case you forgot to do Kimmich. Also, the bigger SBC, the Juan Garcia. I've already done him, but the Juan Garcia SBC also expires at content today. We've got the Mainan and Kwanzaa showdown that dropped for the game that no one cares about, right? The England-France third-place game no one cares about. And also, honestly, read the footbin comments on these cards. They are so spot on. Both of these cards are useless. Does anyone else think we've got a massive content problem this year where EA have just given us what I would call stuff? There's so much stuff on the game and no one cares about it. It's just stuff. It's just things, right? They're not things that get in your team. They're not things that you log on the game to do. I'm sorry, but this Quanta card, if he gets the 95 rated, it's ticky and ping past. You guys have cards better. It's just stuff. It's stuff for stuff's sake. It's not worth it. I would ignore those two. Yes, maybe if you've got like a Liverpool past and present for Kwanzaa, but honestly, I would ignore them. If you're someone who's on really low coins, we get another tradable pack in the Phoenix Challenge 3. Fantastic. And also, if you're someone's on really low coins, every week do marquee matchups. Just put untradeable cards in from the grind and get the tradable cards back out. I say that pretty much every week, but it's so worth it. Do not forget to do marquee matchups. Now, the big SBCs yesterday. Well, we got Christ, Ravnel, Inau, Ole. What a name, by the way. Absolutely heroic name. Pretty much fodder, quite easy, cheap SBC, you can do them if you want. The big SBC we got yesterday was, of course, Lautaro Martinez. Now, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, how has this guy got a card? And the obvious answer is, Messi's got a promo card coming today, and has already had about 15 star performer cards, so EA didn't want to give him one. But Messi was man of the match. This should have been a Messi card. Look, I'm an England fan, whatever. I was watching, supporting England. This should have been a Messi card. Lautaro Martinez comes on and scores a header that I used to score in the league and gets a star performer. And the card's kind of useless because, again, he's just not a card people want. He has precision header, and people don't want that. He's 4-star skills, and we're in late July. He's only 2 squads, and they're not the most expensive. 290s, not even a 91 rated. But again, with what's coming, and with swaps tokens being needed for the swaps, the footies tokens, and the FOF tokens and everything, I think 95 to 99% of people will skip, and rightfully skip, that Lautaro Martinez SBC. Now, keep an eye on SBCs, by the way, that come out from here on in. The reason I say this is, we're going to start getting SBCs over the next week, this next promo, that go into footies. And if we get SBCs that go into footies, you often don't need to complete them straight away because you can wait until footies comes. The pack grind gets a little bit better, pretty much like every couple of days in footies. And you might find that an SBC you thought you wouldn't be able to do, you can now do it because the pack grind got better. Also, what happened recently with rival rewards and, of course, the new footy swaps tokens that we got the other day, it's now possible to get 1,000 tokens. I know a lot of you guys will have 1,000 tokens. If you've done Gauntlet, Rival swaps, you can get more than 1,000 tokens. So if you're smart, you've saved some of your tokens, you've not claimed things from the objectives, you've not claimed too many, try and save as many tokens past the 1,000 for, of course, after they reset, which is a different date, right? It used to be Thursday for the FOF tokens. It's now Friday at content for the footies tokens. So make sure you're saving them for after that date, and then you can, of course, claim them afterwards and get started, get a head start on those new footies tokens for next week. And again, we're going to talk about it in a second, but I don't think it's best taking the Perfect 10 Evo anymore because of what we got coming. And I will explain. We'll quickly move on to Evos because once again, EA, does anyone else think EA are just neglecting this Evo section? Like, I scroll down on Evos every single day. Quite hyped, to be honest, because I build in a few decent chains, a few decent ones. And we get prime prospect. And you think it's not the worst as that upgrade, but look at my younger mower here, right? 94, 95, 92, 95. He gets a 96 in dribbling, and I think he gets a bit of a boost in physical, but it's the +2 rating. It's just not worth it. We put our Suarez in as another example. He gets a nice pace boost, bit of a shooting boost, I think. Oh, no, it's not a nice pace boost and a dribbling boost. But again, +2 rating. It is not worth it. The boost does not align with the rating they're giving. Yes, this one is free. So the other one we had the other day was 30,000 coins. Is it the heart of the squad? There was another one, I think, that was 30,000 coins or 10 or 15,000 coins. This one, yes, is free. But just make it a +1 or just don't make it plus a rating. I don't get why they're doing this. EA set a precedent with Evos where they pretty much made all chain Evos not improve the rating. Or if they did improve the rating, they were a really big boost. And this one, yeah, it's just out of line. They're neglecting it. I don't like it right now. The big content yesterday with Lautaro Martinez wasn't Evos. It was objectives because we got Estaval National Pride. Are you guys keeping up to date with your Lampard objectives? And also, what are your guys' thoughts on Lampard? What are your guys' thoughts on footies in general? I'm so hyped for footies as like a time, as a promo, but I'm worried about the actual cards and how the play styles are going to work, and I'm basically worried that it's going to make footies meta, if that makes sense. Everyone's going to make every card have 5 perfect play styles, and it's going to be a bit of a mess that way. I'm really worried. I'm excited to get this Lampard card, even though he'll pretty much be gauntlet fodder. I'm still excited. And of course, as you can see, we're only 1 win away from getting Estaval. By the way, if you want a quick guide on Estaval and how to get him, you don't need one. It is 8 games. You win 8 games with 6 players from the Premier League. You make sure you score 8 goals in, what is that? Yeah, live events, rivals, using a Brazilian midfielder. Basically, build a Premier League team, which everyone will have in their clubs. Put a Brazilian midfielder in. Assist at least 2 goals per match in 4 separate matches with a player with 5-star skills. Your Brazilian midfielder probably has 5-star skills. Score 3 finesse goals with a Brazilian player and play 5 matches with 6 Brazilian players. So you build a team with 6 Premier League players, 6 Brazilian players with a Brazilian midfielder. You score a finesse shot. You make sure to assist 2 goals with the one that's got 5-star skills. And honestly, people are asking for full guides on that. I think it's a bit weird. You don't need one. It's really easy to do. 8 games, you get yourself this Estaval card, if we can find him, who I don't think is as good as, Rio Engamoa, no bias there. But no, Estaval has a nice card. I think the playstyle build on this guy, I would do very, very similar to Rio Engamoa. What I would do is go incisive, rapid, and finesse. I think they're just the 3 best playstyles for a winger. And actually, if we grab our Rio Engamoa, this is the exact playstyles I have chosen on Rio, and the same ones I would choose for Estaval. Of course, there's a bit of preference with it. I think the main one being Trickster for press proven, if you don't use Trickster fake shots or Trickster animations. And you could also argue inventive, but if you're going to put inventive on this card, I need you to ask, like, what are you taking away, right? I wouldn't take away first touch, technical, quick step. I wouldn't take away anything else, basically. Game changer is an absolute must now for me on attackers when I'm playing this game. Just makes it more fun, knowing that I can go with that near post as well. I would go, Tricks for press proven, but apart from that, that is the exact build I would go on Estaval. I've not tried the card out. I've barely tried the Rio card out, to be honest. So I don't know what I'd actually, rate him like on the pitch. I don't think Estaval is going to be that good, to be honest. But it's nice that it's a free card and it's our first proper look at sort of footies cards. Because although Carl's footies and of course Estaval's the national pride, it's basically the same thing, right? Like look at the difference between these 2 cards. It's 1 rating. This is basically footies. EA just couldn't call it footies because footies is not out. It's a bit weird, but you know what I mean? Like Carl is footies, Estaval's not. They're the same card. So content yesterday, genuinely not that bad. Thursdays have got a bit better since those Estaval and Rio objectives. Honestly, not that bad. The big bit of content is, of course, today is Friday. New promo, which looks insane. It will all depend on pack weight today. New big Evo is coming today. New huge leaks for SBCs just dropped. And don't think we're going in unprepared. Look how many packs we have got saved for this promo tonight. Some of these are absolutely stacked. We got 22 3x88s, 15 10x85s, 21 8x86. We are live tonight on the Twitch stream, 6 p.m. We will be testing this pack weight straight away at 6. And if you think it stops there, no, it doesn't stop there. Because we have saved, even though you guys tried to make me open them, 1,150 champs tokens. And I will be opening pretty much the best pack for Summer Stars. And we will see what the pack weight is like. That will be at 7 p.m. We'll spam all of our packs at 6 p.m. If you guys want to do some share plays for Summer Stars, I am down for it. I am not going to be saving packs for footies. When footies is out, there will be a pack grind. There is no need to save packs. I would save as many packs as you can right now, and then open them at 6 p.m. tonight. And we'll see what the pack weight is like, but the actual promo looks brilliant in terms of the cards that are in it. And speaking of, let's look then at that new promo. Let's look at the leaks we've got out, and we can finally say bye-bye to Phoenix. Do you guys think Phoenix has been an absolute F-tier promo? I think it has to be. It's been right down there with Cornerstones, rating reloads, some of the other promos like the Captain's one and Time Warp that were just shocking for me. Phoenix has been awful considering how late on in the game it's been, so close to footies and everyone's really enjoying the summer normally. And yeah, it's been pretty shocking. So thankfully we're away from Phoenix into Summer Stars, and of course the main thing is towards footies. So let's talk leaks. Let's talk everything path to glory. We've, of course, got to talk about the World Cup as well. And let's talk about leaks we're coming. And also, the FC27 leaks are interesting. I've got a question I want to ask you guys. And I think everyone knows FC27 is going to be an interesting game because of GTA 6 being around the corner. So we'll talk about that as well. I put a poll out on YouTube earlier today, I think it was yesterday. Spain, Argentina. 72% of people have gone for Spain in the final. However, I do have a very English audience, and possibly that is a bit of, people just wanting Spain to go and beat Argentina after the game the other day. But who you guys, again, predictions down below. Who is winning the World Cup final? And again, that McAllister card, that Ferran Torres card. There'll be a lot of us watching, or a lot of you guys watching, that have got both of those cards in your club. One of them is going to a 99. So if you have both of them, you are guaranteed the first 99 rated card, unless we get one at Summer Stars, which it doesn't look like we are. But path to glory cards. Simeone has seen the biggest percentage rise, I guess. Remember, he was 30,000 coins on the market. Now he's over 340,000 coins extinct. The reason for him doing so well is he's probably the worst card in terms of like the original card that's got to a final. So we've seen the biggest boost, obviously. And if they do win, 99 rated. Crazy card, right? So he was 30,000 coins, now 340,000 coins. I'm going to once again say, after the Digne crash and the Koundé crash and all that good stuff, sell before the final. I would sell it on the day of the final, a couple hours before. At the end of the day, it's up to you guys. You can gamble, of course, if you're holding them for the 99 rated. But I'm, of course, going to say sell before the final. It applies for Emi Martinez. Again, you can hold him for a price range update before the final and see if he gets one. But I wouldn't sell him after that. I would not hold into the game, basically. And the big one, of course, is Alexis McAllister versus Ferran Torres. Now, Alexis McAllister, 2 more rating on every stat, would go to a 98, 99, 99, 99, 98, 95 all-round stats card. He doesn't have the absolute best playstyles in the world, but that would have to be similar to the Acuna 98 rated card from a few years ago. If you guys remember that card, that just had bonkers stats. That could be this year's version, Alexis McAllister being 99 rated if Argentina go on to win it. And of course, if Ferran, Torres and Spain go on to win it, and you add 3 to all his stats, 99, 98, 97, 99 with 98 physical. Of course, him being more of an attacking player, better play styles, 5-star, 5-star. I don't love his body type in game, but again, he could be pretty broken. The Spain cards, of course, hold them pretty good value. Again, similar to the other cards, I would sell them if you've got them. And naturally, the England cards crashed. Bukayo Saka crashed, Jude Bellingham crashed, and they actually could have crashed more, right? Bellingham came down a couple million coins, but that card could have easily gone down even more to 4 or 3 or 3.5 million coins. He didn't. Saka crashed, of course. I think his peak was, I thought it was a bit higher than that. His peak is 3.4 million coins. He is now down just below 2 million coins. And again, some of you guys might have held them or held them into the game and then they crashed, right? Obviously, live cards sell before the game, but them cards are still brilliant. If you've used or you've got a Bukayo Saka card, look at the stats on that card. Bukayo Saka has 99, 98, 97, 98. That's similar, apart from physical, to the Ferran Torres card anyway. And then similar as well to the Jude Bellingham. The Jude Bellingham is just, of course, bonkers stats. Again, similar to that McAllister card, even without the upgrade. Problem again with these Path to Glory cards that are 5 million coins like Bellingham. I wouldn't really call it a problem. That literally, when I was doing like the research for today's video and checking things on Footbin and prices and stuff, look at this Pogba chain that I found. It's absolutely active right now. Kind of free because you have to use season pass stuff, but look at the stats on that Pogba card. Evos are just bonkers right now. They've had a bit of a fall off since the season pass and the tokens kind of died down, but look at the state of that. I'll drop that in the Discord if anyone wants it, but you can kind of see the chain there. Try and scroll it across on screen. That is bonkers. Yeah, and it's finally time for us to jump into leaks. So let's start with FC27. What was the news we got? Well, basically, Ultimate Edition Early Access drops on the 18th of September. We now know the date, and the Standard Edition, of course, a week later, 25th of September 2026. So in relation to GTA 6, that is November 19th that it comes out. And even if you guys are not planning on getting GTA, or maybe you guys are planning on getting GTA and not getting FC27, just know that will have a huge impact on the game, not only from a player-based point of view. EA know about this, obviously, more than anyone else, right? They know that GTA 6 is coming, and that's going to take a lot of players away from all games. I would be very, very interested to see in whatever promo or time of the game is around late November at the time, because it could pretty much be anything. Of course, Thunderstruck and Black Friday's around then, but it'll be a couple promos, right? From the GTA launch up until Christmas, where we normally have winter wildcards. What are EA going to at least try and do to keep people on the game? Are you guys getting, as far as you think now, right? As far as what you would say right now, are you getting FC27? Are you getting GTA 6? Are you getting both? Are you giving up on FIFA to play GTA 6? What is your thoughts on it? Because the player base, of course, is going to fall. It just has to, right? It's going to fall. It's not going to be as high as it was at the start of FC26, which, by the way, was a very high number of players compared to what people thought it was going to be after FC26, when they did all the feedback gimmick and the, we're listening gimmick that, of course, people won't fall for in this summer, but we'll still probably buy the game anyway. And the other big news with it is this one here, which I think it's funny they had to state this, but they basically stated, or it's been confirmed now at least, that it won't be changing price of the game, because that could have been a thing at first, right, with inflation. Basically, the standard edition and ultimate edition are the same price as last year, which is not cheap. Of course, ultimate edition being $100, standard edition being $80, and I think it's very similar in pounds, right? I don't think there's a massive discount in pounds. I think they're around the same price in England. And GTA 6 is, of course, not cheap, around £90, I believe, for a pre-order. So there'll be a lot of people who just simply cannot pre-order GTA 6 and also get FIFA, and therefore they have to pick either or. So again, very, very interesting how that's going to work out come November time on the game when people decide to switch. And I guess for you guys on PS4 or just the old Xbox, old gen versions are confirmed to come for FC27. I think they're going to phase that out slowly over the next few years, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think old gen consoles are starting to fall behind, which is a little bit sad, right? PS4 and Xbox, the old one, have been nostalgic consoles, right? They're starting to fall behind. Old gen versions will be here for FC27, but just know again, a lot of the times in the trailers and the leaks or whatever it is for FC27, we get a lot of talk on the new mechanics. And sometimes the new mechanics are only new gen. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that when it comes to the trailers and stuff. Are they going to bring out things like accelerate types, which is new gen only, and it then doesn't matter for old gen, and it's like you're playing two different games, which is a little bit weird. But those are the FC27 leaks we have got. Let me know, are you guys thinking of getting the game next year? Or maybe FC26 was literally your final year and GTA 6 being that last nail in the coffin. I know it will be for some people. Some of you guys have mentioned it on previous videos already. But we're here to talk about SBCs and what is coming with footies, because I think the footies grind has really started. I think from what I would call it, what I think of a grind on FC, right? A grind for me is having something big to work towards. I don't want to grind 10 times, 1085s a day and call it a day and pack nothing and move on to the next day. It's all a big jumble cycle of nothing. I want something to work towards. Whether that card I desperately want in my team, this Zidane might not be that, but he's definitely a card to work towards, as well as Johan Cruyff, who is also coming as an SBC. They are cards to work towards. Now, they're not the most expensive cards on the market. You can see they've shot up, FUT been popular, and of course, because of the SBCs, they are down in price. Often when these SBCs come out, these cards drop in price when the SBC drops, and then they'll rebound up afterwards because the people don't go and complete the SBC. It's happened all year round, especially with icons. But Cruyff still being 700,000 coins. Zidane still being 750,000 coins. Say what you like about those cards. Maybe they're not the best in the game. Maybe you've got Evos that are better. They are grindable cards, and it's a good sign of what's to come. If EA could have, easily done cards like, I don't know, great to the game, Roberto Carlos as an SBC, and you just don't really care. They've chose Cruyff, they've chose Zidane. I would even wish they just did R9, to be honest, and have it so it's, takes well into footies to get the card, because why not? What is the downside, right? We're in silly season. There's no downside to that. But Cruyff is coming as an SBC, Zidane's coming as an SBC, and as you can see there, which this one we go from a high to a low. We've got more highs coming with SBCs. This one's definitely a low. Grimaldo and Otamendi coming as an SBC for the World Cup final. Does anyone else think EA, and I've said this to you guys all year, they deliberately want showdowns to just be crap? Because why would you choose Grimaldo and Otamendi when you could just do Messi and Yamal? And I get Messi's had a million cards, but would anyone care if you did a Messi Yamal showdown, or even just do something a little bit hyped? Do a Yarthable, because he's been brilliant for Spain. Do Enzo Fernandez, because he has been brilliant for Argentina. Although I think Enzo Fernandez is coming as an SBC in the SUBSRIBE promo. But you get the point. Grimaldo and Otamendi is pointless, but they are coming official stats as SBCs, and I think that will drop today. And there is that Enzo Fernandez. So I've seen people complaining about these SBCs. People be happy about these SBCs. I think considering what we could have got on the game, this is decent. Is it brilliant? No. Is the price should be really expensive? No. Were these cards going to be the best cards in the entire game? No. SBCs never are. And that is why I've always had issues with where Evos are on a power curve. And I was watching Nick run the FUT Markets video from, I think, yesterday when he spoke about it. And a really good way of summing up FIFA at the minute is that everything feels too easy, but nothing feels worth grinding, if that makes sense. Like, everything is grindable, and yet nothing feels worth grinding. And I think people count this SBC Enzo Fernandez as maybe one of those cards. Because he's got power shot, you don't think he, is the best player in the world and doesn't get into your team. But he's also, not too hard to grind, so you then go and complete him and then just throw him on the bench. He could definitely be one of those cards in that category. And I do agree that EA need more potent SBCs, right? Potent's a weird way of saying it, but they need something where I just can't wait to get on the game and do it. And I think that's what Zidane and Cruyff are a lot more. So I'm happy that they're coming. But I think the bigger SBC was Summer Stars, and I think this should be tonight's SBC on Friday. I think, if I had to guess, Elise official stats of rapid, ticky, technical, and low driven. Not the best playstyles in the world, again, if we're just talking pure meta. Missing incisive, missing finesse, but 97 pace, 97 passing, 98 dribbling, even with 95 shooting, and should hopefully be, you would think, 5-star, 5-star. It's just, once again, an SBC at least worth contemplating. It's worth doing. And I know we're setting the bar low and saying that's good, that an SBC is worth contemplating. But you guys seen over the last few weeks, EA have just killed the player SBC tab for the most part. Elise, Cruyff, Zidane, and even Enzo Fernandez to a degree, just makes it a little bit more worth grinding. And I think we're towards footies. Now, I said before, that'll impact what you might do in the token store, and we'll get to that after one more thing. Before we get to the token store, one more thing. This is the full Summer Stars promo. And like we said, you guys seen some of the official stats card the other day. Messi, Kane, Bellingham, Mbappe, Dembele, Haaland, Vinicius, Salah. We are talking 98 and 97 rated cards all round. Then you've, of course, got your more fodder cards. Wissa, Eustaquio, Quinones, Alvarado, Manzambi, Kerbal, Xhaka. Of course, always had great, World Cups. But they're probably going to be more 95, 96 rated, with a few 94 rated in there. Because, of course, we always need fodder cards. But the big thing for me is the stats on these cards, right? You guys see, Dembele looks brilliant. Haaland looks brilliant. The stats on these cards are, of course, because, it's the next promo, they're way better than the cards we've seen already. Because these cards have already had star performance cards. Salah had star performer. Vinicius, I believe, has had star performer. Dembele has star performer. Haaland had star performer. And these cards are, of course, better. Which is why I said to you tonight, when we're on the stream, I want to check the pack weight on these cards. Because it's simply going to be, what is the pack weight of this promo? If the pack weight is awful, it's a wait till footies, and it'll be a full week of a footies waiting room, and then we're there for footies, and that's the last stint in the game. If the pack weight is good on this promo, which, by the way, EA lose nothing from making the pack weight good on this promo, then we'll have a really good lead up to footies, a really good enjoyable week grind in these cards. Let's see. Again, I'm not always the most optimistic when we're trying to say, pack weight's going to be good on these cards. But let's see. But in terms of the token store, here are my thoughts on it now. We've just seen the SBCs that are coming. You've seen what is coming in terms of players in packs. I think with the best thing in a token store being the Perfect 10 Evo, and I don't disagree with that, I'm actually more leaning towards taking packs in this right now. I think Evos are better in the season pass. I think some of the wingback Evo in this is really good, and the Perfect 10 Evo is really good if you've got someone for it. I think I'm leaning towards taking packs, and the reason for that is I think just taking packs. This 250 pack is really good, right? Again, take that for Summer Stars. You've seen some of the cards we just shown then. It should be another 4 times 95. I don't imagine it changes. But even this, right? The 25 times 85, take that. The 4 times feed and player pack, a bit different. I'm on about the fodder packs. 20 times 84. Take 10 of those, right? The reason being is you can try and pack some of these new cards. But if we've got Zidane, Cruyff, etc. at the start of the footies grind, just having the fodder in your club and rinsing it into the daily grind and choosing these packs over the Evos and taking the Evo at a later date in footies. Because in footies, 20 times 84 won't mean as much, if that makes sense. Right now, it's worth a lot more until we get it unlimited repeatable, which should still be a couple of weeks away. So I'm leaning towards, on the FOF tokens, taking unlimited these 10 times 81s. On the footies tokens, taking some 25 times 85s and 80 times 20s, 84 times 20s, taking all those fodder packs. And then going and doing Cruyff if I want to do Cruyff, or Elise if I want to do Elise. And of course, hoping to pack some of the Summer Stars cards in the actual packs themselves. And then I'm going to hold out on the Evos for later in the week. Now, if you've got someone there ready for an Evo, ready for the Perfect 10 Evo, then of course, go for it, right? You guys might have already done that because you have 1,000 tokens. But I just think it might be worth saving that and taking the packs early doors. And in terms of the market, boys, we mentioned it a few days ago. This is it now. This is the last weekend league where cards normally just crash in price because people realise that for footies, it's coming after this. If you've got tradable cards for this weekend league, what I will say is I wouldn't even desperately panic to sell. At the end of the day, we're a week away from footies. All I would say now is if you want to enjoy the game for the rest of the year, the best place to be is have 1 million coins or a couple million coins if you can. If you've already got that, you guys understand it's not that hard to do right now with different things like lazy selling that we keep speaking about. The reason I say that is Evos will keep coming out, SBCs will keep coming out, and yes, the footies pack grind is the best place to be, and it's not all about coins, it's more about packs now, but having the coins for Evos and having a few coins to start off buying some players for some SBCs and stuff makes footies so much more enjoyable. You don't often have to think about it. You don't have to think, can I afford this Evo and different things? It's great. You have the coins there ready. So I would try and save the coins if you can. And, don't open store packs or anything across this promo. Save it for footies, and it'll just make playing that game for the last few weeks way more enjoyable. But yeah, boys and girls, have a fantastic weekend. Subscribe if you are new, of course, and these videos help you out. And don't forget, look at all these packs we got. Get to the Twitch stream tonight for Summer Stars. Let's see if we can pack anything. I'm not too optimistic. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm not too optimistic. We've got loads of packs, though, some really high-rated ones. So at least we do have a chance. So hope to see you there. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all in a bizzle.